But let's just imagine they paid 15M for a video. They'll tell their mates that, and not 30M I pay. So I wasn't just a woman in film, I was a business person.
Hi, my name is Inuzanama, and you're welcome to Level Up by Leadway. All right, so today we are delving into the art of filmmaking, but in a different industry, in the music industry, right? And we have a very, very notable music director in the house. You've seen her work, you've seen her move from 0 to 100. Ladies and gentlemen, Director Pink.
Hi. So 1,000 actually, and 1,000,000 next.
Energy. And right here with me, a photographer, a brilliant photographer actually, Halima.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Fantastic. So let's just jump right into it. So, Pink, or do you mind if I call you Pink?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is an obvious question. Why the name Pink?
Okay, so I looked around and I saw that there weren't many music video directors, and I wanted something that, you know, you would watch my videos and you would see the name and you would actually be like, okay, it's a girl. So pink is like a significant color for women to me, actually. And it's not my favorite color, actually. So that was why I picked it. I just wanted you to know that, okay, yo, a woman did this, you know.
So for those who don't know out there, what's your real name?
My name is Praise Onyagwalam, if you can pronounce it.
Praise the Lord. So there are many female music directors in the industry, right? So why and how did you choose to become a director?
I've had so many aspirations, actually. I've wanted to be an actress. I've wanted to be like so many things. But the main one is I wanted to be an actress, actually. But although I did economics in school, I don't know how that tallied.
You all did. I think most creatives, I read have an economics degree. You all did.
Are you serious?
Josiah came here, economics degree.
Like, that was like the go-to, but like, I mean, after I did that, I mean, school was great because I finished like Yaba Tech with a distinction. Yeah, I went to Unilag and all. It was really great. But later on, while I was in school, I started in church, which was normal like videography, you know, church services, then burn the disc to sell it in church and all, because I was in Anglican.
I told you.
Then, so after that, then I started doing graphics design in school. That was in uni. I was designing graphics with my phone, you know, from there I moved to like animations and stuff like that. So, I mean, I still wanted to be an actress and I went for auditions, but all the male directors, I don't know their problem. They wanted to, you know, debe. So they wanted to. So I was like, it got to a point like there was a time I know it's long. There was a time I took I took bike all the way to a very far location, and it was impromptu because they claimed that I passed an interview. And I went there, it was just the guy in his house. I don't understand. It was a house for number one, and it was just the man telling me how he's going to make me blow. I think that was the end of the whole acting career. I decided that, you know what, I don't want to be an actress anymore. I want to be the one, controlling everything. That was when I decided. Yeah.
That's rough, man. That's your origin story.
Yeah.
Most origin stories kind of start out weird.
Yeah, exactly.
That's rough. I'm sorry I had to go through that.
Thank you.
All right, okay. Halima, so how did you start off in photography?
I think I bumped into photography, actually. I think photography for me was a mistake. It wasn't something I intentionally wanted to do. I just reached out to a very renowned cinematographer, Mr. Movies, actually.
Okay.
I just told him I wanted to, come by on one of his sets to just see what he looks like. Because then I just, kind of like finished. I think this was majorly last year. So I just finished film school at that time. So I wasn't really doing so much. I was just, hanging out with friends and then basically just doing the minor things we could, put our hands on. But then I reached out to him and then it was like, oh yeah, it's fine. You can come around with my sets. So I went with a cam and then I was like, I just don't want to go there and be idle. So I was like, I would run you a free BTS video. So if that works for you. And then I was like, it's fine. So I was shooting some content and it was really cool. I mean, like first time meeting somebody renowned like that, for me was actually really cool. So I was shooting some BTS video and then it was like, let me see what you've done. I was like, I was kind of like cringing for me, for you to see, like, I don't understand. And then he saw one of his shots and then he said, do you know that this is actually spiritual? So for me, because I'm a kind of, I'm a spiritual person. So for somebody to have said that to me, that one of my shots was spiritual, I was like, okay, I think I really would want to learn from this person. And then on our way home after the set, was like, okay, if you want to, start doing BTS for me, how much would you charge? I just told him, I don't think I can have this conversation right now. I just want to go back home. Because it's a whole lot. It's like a very big one for me. I was like, I'll just go back home and then think about this. But I didn't even think about it. And then the next day was like, I have a shoot. Will you come by? I was like, okay, fine. But the major thing was actually to start learning cinematography from him, like as an intern, like learn and then run his BTS for him. So, but I found that majorly on sets, I just see beautiful sets. I see artists, and I'm like, I have a camera, what am I doing? I am not usually the official BTS photographer, but then I was like, okay, since I have this, let me just, run it. And then I started doing it, and I wasn't giving it out or anything, but it was just majorly one day, there were no BTS photographer on set. I think this was the set with Charlie Poppy, or where they were doing the revealing of the two other new artists or something. And then the director, Kebs, was like, hey, I saw you taking some pictures. Do you mind sending me those pictures? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I will. And then I sent him the pictures. Later on, I found out that the pictures actually, they had to use it on Billboard and like some other things. And I was like, oh my God.
Did you get your coins?
No.
What?
I didn't actually. But for me, it was not a problem. For me, it was actually not a problem at all. I don't know, maybe then actually, but it was just, I think I was much more glad that my work could go, and then people would actually like. The director had to, the producer had to call me. They had to say, I was like, at first I was like, okay, I need to get paid for this. But then when somebody called me and said, what's it called? I'm Charlie Poppy's manager. And I was like, Charlie Poppy's manager is calling me and asking for this picture. And I was just like, oh, I can let it go. I mean, like major ones are going to come actually from that. And that's actually what I believe. A major other project actually came from that. So, I mean, like the first one might be free. I might not be well paid for it. But at that time, I felt like I needed the exposure more than the money.
Nice.
I mean, yes,
Yeah.
I would agree with you.
You're an evil man. It's just like
it's
money.
not even just that. It's not that. It's not that. Hi guys, for a chance to be on set with Director Pink, scan the QR code on the screen. Courtesy Leadway. I feel like creatives should get paid for their work, no matter where they're starting from. Like if your work is being used, if you're a newbie, if it's the first time taking a picture and your work is being blown out and used to make money, quote unquote, you should be paid. And I think that's one of the problems with creatives. They are very creative people and not necessarily business inclined. You get, except of course they have to work and get that experience to know that okay, your work should be paid for, right? You should, whatever it is, you license it, whatever it is, you should be getting your coins because without you, that work wouldn't be possible, Right. But I like your outlook on the whole thing. Yeah, you've gotten exposure and a lot more came from it. So brilliant, anyways. It's just that the woman in me, like you said. So in your line of work here, you come across more men than women. How do you navigate that? Like, because we know men can be men, right? So how do you command the respect that you deserve, actually?
Okay, so this one is like a tough question. So first of all, actually, I think I did not really, for the colleagues, I'll start with the colleagues and, the people that actually like maybe give me the jobs, like the other, like from the entertainment, the artist side and the people that actually do the work with me. So in terms of my colleagues, I did not have any issue at all because even when I was still starting up, like there are a lot of them like Director K, Alien, there are a lot of them that we actually used to hang out together. Ben Aita, he's the colorist. We used to hang out together and, they were actually like, amazed that I was actually interested and they could see the interest. Like they would call me, oh, we have to go on a set by 5 a.m. I'm there, don't worry. And it's far, it's like after Eleko or something. But I'm always, do you understand? So like they saw like, okay, this girl is actually interested. This girl is like willing. So I was always there and they gave me like enough support. Like the first major gig I did with Clarence Peters was from Alien. That was crazy. And but for the, you know, the artist perspective from their side, there, I mean, while I was starting up, there was always this doubt, like, I don't know. It's not like I don't want to give her, but I don't know if she can do it.
Yeah.
Like that's like that's always what they always say. But I mean, I don't see it as a problem. I just blame the country that we are in, and I put it upon myself to be like, okay, you know what? If it became like a business tactic for me. It wasn't just like a, what's it called? I mean, I'm a new product. I'm trying to sell my products, which is like my own view on cinematography for music videos. So how do I best, you know, put it out there? How do I best sell myself, you know? How do I best entice people? So that was, you know, giving much more value than what was paid for. And that did not mean that I wasn't making money. It's not that at all. I was making money on the side, but I put in, there's something about efforts. Efforts cannot, you can never buy efforts, you know. So I put in way more effort. Like if guys are putting in, like, if my fellow male counterpart or whatever, I put it in 100, I make sure that I'm putting in 100,000. That was how I was making sure that, okay, you know what, I learned. I mean, it's a learning, like you learn while you're shooting. I learned a lot of stuff. I understood, she mentioned Mr. Movies, he's such an amazing guy. He also was part of my grade because he taught me like literally almost everything I know. And, you know, I still went back to make sure I, you know, research more and stuff. So like, I always make sure I gave more value. So when you watch your video, like, we're like, people are like, bro, it's have fun now. How much you pay for this video? They tell me, I'm like, even them too sometimes. You know that the funny thing, I noticed something, they would lie. So if maybe, for example, now they paid maybe, it's a rough figure, but let's just imagine they paid 15M for a video. They'll tell their mates that, and now 30M I pay. Oh. And you know the funny part, it gives me much more standard because at the end of the day, when you're coming to me as a friend of the next person, you're going to give it 30M because what you heard that, you know, so that is how business works. So I wasn't just a woman in film, I was a business person.
Dropping nuggets right here, like, see, this is, so as a creative, you have to understand that there's a business side to what you
Right.
do.
Yeah.
You cannot escape it, and you have to learn it because nobody's going to do it for you, except, of course, you make it all the money to hire somebody to do it for you, but you have to understand the business of what you're doing. Okay, so you've been in certain sets since you started, right? The same question goes, how do you, as a woman, deal in a male-dominated space?
I think most of the time, majorly on set, that's something that I usually do. Because set can be really rousy. It's always like a whole lot happening. It's really overwhelming all the time. I usually, you know, just take a few steps backward and I look around and I'll find that I'm probably the only female in the technical crew. I mean, there are females probably like in the makeup, you know, section and all, the models. And then I'll just say to myself, it's okay. It's calm, just go back. You can do it. But the major problem is they portray this inadequacy into you. Like once you see that you're a girl, a lady with a camera, it's like they just portray it like, it's like I'm always finding someone at my back, looking at my frame and trying to figure out, is she doing the right thing? Okay, what is she doing? Or maybe the friend of the artist, maybe the producer, or people that don't really know my work, you know, when I just, you know, started. But one thing, I think along the way, it's very important to have people as your, you know, kind of like a bedrock somehow. Because most times when I'm hearing, are you sure you can actually, she be the BTS, waiting the recorders, I'm not bothered about it, actually, I am not. I let my work speak for me. That's what I do. I let my work speak for me. I'm like, don't worry, just wait for the aftermath of this. That's what worked for me. But then I have people that, I have somebody like I would usually say Mr. Movies. If you find out that people are like already doubting and like it's already making me kind of like hungry and set, you just call them back and say, come, let me show you your Instagram page. And that's what he do. Yeah, and that's what they say, come, let me show you your Instagram. But so don't worry about it. Let her do her work. Let her run around. Let her find her angles. Let her do all those things that she does. No, she knows what she's doing. Don't let it bother. I think major thing is to just portray the feeling of you are inadequate. Once they see
Inadequate
you,
woman.
yeah, exactly, you're inadequate. They don't do, because I see that they don't do the rest with the guys around. But once you're a woman, and then they feel like they have the right to talk to you anyhow. And then if you say some things, you're rude. I mean, like, it's a whole lot. I don't even want to go into it, but like, it's a whole lot. If you say things, you're definitely rude.
Do you actually understand? Because I mean, I direct some sets, so I see it. It's there. So I wouldn't. Yes, yeah.
I think they're good ones,
Oh
actually.
yeah, well, of course.
They're amazing ones.
They're amazing
actually.
ones. Yes.
Yeah, they are.
Yes. What?
They are. They are.
Hi guys, for a chance to be on set with Director Pink, scan the QR code on the screen. Courtesy Leadway. Okay, so how would you describe what film directing is in the music sense?
Film directing in the music sense. I mean, it's very different from movies because
I'm
for
sure.
music videos, I'll take it from my own perspective. I get to experiment and I love it. I love that it is fun. A lot of people have asked me when I going into movies. I've done one movie, I've done one short film actually, but like I'm still loving music videos because I get to do a lot of things. I get to be unserious and still come up with ideas. Like I don't know. I feel like one thing about creatives, yeah, most times we get so stuck up in we want to get an idea and we're just facing our laptop and we're just looking at it. This idea must come. But for ideas, I don't think for me personally, maybe what works for me is I really don't think that way. Like I want to socialize, I want to have fun with people, I want to talk to people, what's in your head. Because at the end of the day, I've had so many times where I get mind-blowing ideas from just talking to people. Because at the end of the day, one thing I've realized about cinematography is you're literally just showing off real life through camera. You know, so why don't you as a creative actually experience that real life? Because whatever we're shooting right now is what happens when people just come together and they're just talking. So why don't you find yourself in that space and just come together with people and talk? At the end of the day, you see, oh wow, I really like that shirt he wore. Oh wow, he really popped in that shirt. You know, I think that's an inspiration. You know what, when we're doing our next talk show, I think someone should wear white and blue. It's amazing, it's fantastic. And at the end of the day, it works, you know? So, I mean, cinematography for music videos, I love the fact that it makes me experiment a lot of things. It makes me lighten-wise. I don't need to think about continuity, you know. Yo, continuity people, please
Continuity.
get out, you know? I don't want,
Continuity.
please, nothing is being continued here. I can always just slap one thing. I think music videos, they give you much more room for creativity
Yeah.
in a way because,
expression, yeah.
yeah, you get to just do so many things and people just actually just be like, okay, yo, this is actually hard. That's what I love. That's one thing, yeah.
I cannot relate. I've only ever shot like what two music videos in my life,
Apologies.
and I've just been doing film. I can't relate.
Maybe
That
next time move, don't worry.
continuity is a big. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're gonna play a game. Two truths and a lie.
Wow. I'm going to feel you guys.
So you guys tell, two truths and one lie, and we'll try to guess.
Oh,
So we're gonna start with you, Halima.
Oh my God.
thank God.
Two truths and a lie, and we'll try to guess what the lie is.
Two truths. I don't know how to play this game. Okay. I can ride a bicycle. Have read 7 books this year. And oh my God. I have a child.
That's a lie.
That was so obvious, though. That was were you even trying?
I tried, actually.
You said the
I
two of
tried,
them,
but-
but you were so sure about them. That's what I mean.
Yes.
That the next one will be like, I
Yes.
don't play this game.
You keep up, I have to do, and then the last
You
one.
just gave it.
Oh my God.
Take it. We know that's a lie.
Actually, it is. I don't know how to play
Me.
this game.
Okay. Yes.
You better come correct. If not,
Oh my mouth.
after your mouth.
Okay. 2 truths and a lie, yeah? Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I am 26. Next is I'm the only child. And the next one is I am single.
You're 26. That's the lie.
It's cause you know me. It's
No,
cause
I guessed it too.
Halima should be
I
out
guessed
of
that.
this.
I guessed it.
It's a lie. Who?
I was so. When I said I'm 20, I'm like, okay.
Shy, you
That's the
people.
lie.
And I started with the lie.
You have to understand this terrain. We know you.
But don't tell it to us. Even though I'm 24, I just thought they were not like too far apart. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We both failed. Don't worry. Cheers.
So, Pink, you've directed some of the most interesting projects in the industry. Which has been your favorite and why?
I know.
Oh, wow. If I want to be political, I'll say like, my next project is my favorite one. But let me see. I don't have a favorite. Like, am I allowed to say I don't have a favorite one?
Okay, so pick your top 2 favorites.
No, what? Please.
You have to tell us the ones that you
Please.
really like. Okay, so your most memorable.
My most memorable one. Okay. Let's go. It should be the one where there was one with King Maddie and Chloe Bailey. That was because that one put me like on the international space. Like that one put me out there, and it was a very amazing one. The next one, I'll just because people like it, it's Chike and Mohbad, Ego. Just because people like it, I'll just put this out there. But my own favorite one, still, because I've always wanted to shoot a black and white video. It will be Lona with Zachana and Joe Boy. That was so amazing. I really liked that one. I liked the
Black and
fact.
white.
Yeah, there's something about black and white. Yeah, like there's just something about it.
Soul.
Yeah, like I really put all my mind and emotions into it. So that's why I like that one.
Alima, so which sets have you been?
Which set?
Which sets or which projects have you particularly enjoyed or your favorites?
You enjoy
Oh
my
my
set.
God. Oh yeah, yeah.
You're doing, this is passion, you're doing passion. Imagine she's not here.
Oh, my favorite. Oh, my favorite would be the first one ever that actually I think brought me to the limelight. That's the Shadi Poppy's music video, the very popular song. No, that's not
Pluto.
Oba Pluto. No, the first one. I can't. Oh my God, Snockcast.
I wasn't on Baputo.
No, you wouldn't. So I think it was the first one. Oh my
His
God, why
first
can't?
song?
No, it wasn't his first song, but it was his first. Can I check?
Hey, feel free, please check.
Okay.
Chai. So she has done so many
Like you have
things.
done so much.
There is millionaire in the midst of us.
It was oh yeah, it's about Pluto actually. Yeah. So that's my favorite one because it was somebody that recommended me. So I think that's my first one actually majorly. Someone recommended me, and then I remember I was under a tripod taking a particular shot because I wanted to take a low angle. You know, when he dropped his hand, I like the smoke coming out. I was seeing a lot, and then somebody was like. Clearly in Wakiri, in Yoruba, in English, it means what's the song looking for up and down? Because I was, under the I was literally under the tripod trying to take the shot. And when the whole picture and everything came out, it was a blast. It was a friend of mine that sent me. I think I didn't watch the video. It was the what's it called? The credits, and then BTS photography. And then I heard it has already been going wild on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. So I heard it was already going wild on Twitter. I didn't know a lot of things. It was like I was just in a show and then people were just messaging me that whole this. I was like, oh my God. Like, I'm actually like, what's it called? I'm trending on Twitter. Like people were asking, who is the photographer? I had my friends that they didn't know that I was the photographer. And they were asking on Twitter, like, who is the photographer? But then that's like being my favorite because it brought me. And I got stuck in the toilet for 30 minutes before the shoot. So they were looking for the BTS photographer up and down. And there was no phone, there was no nothing. I had to. That's another story. But there were a lot of challenges. It was like they didn't want me to actually, take that shot. But then that's my favorite.
You're very dramatic, you know that? Hi guys, for a chance to be on set with Director Pink, scan the QR code on the screen. Courtesy Leadway. Okay, so when selecting a project to work on, what are the most important things you look out for?
The treatment.
The treatment.
Yeah,
That's a very interesting response. The treatment.
Yeah. Actually, I take pride in it somehow because there was a time a producer actually reached out to me and I asked for the treatment. And then we were like, it was like, oh, you're the first BTS photographer that is asking for a treatment. Why? And then I think majorly it's because I don't say yes to all projects. And then I like to see what your idea is. I like to see what I'm coming, like what I'm bringing into the picture. It's not, for me, it's not like just, oh, just come and take pictures, like it's behind the scene, just, like all of this. Yeah, exactly. I want people to, just every other of my pictures, I want people to see and find something really different in it. It's not just like every other thing that you see on a normal day. So yeah, majorly for me is the treatment. I want to see what the idea is, if I want to jump on it or not. And the team, actually, the team. If I see who is directing it, who the director of photography is, like, yeah. But majorly, I think it's just, for me, the treatment.
That's very interesting. Pink?
Please, first of all, it's the song. Please sing sweet songs. Cause
Daku, sing this
because like you are punishing me. Cause like I get to listen to the song on repeat, and it's because of people like Halima. I have to make sure that the mood board looks good, cause she will not take my job. So you guys, so it's the song. If I really like the song, cause I get to I play the song like on repeat even when like I go out, I'm driving, cause I need like I need to get the ideas. And one thing about like a music video director is I feel like, and this is for like all upcoming directors, like if you're having a video shoot and you haven't visualized your idea from the beginning to the end, including your cutaways, trust me, you're not there yet. So I make sure like I have visualized, like if I'm shooting anything here before the day of the shoot, 2 days, a day to the shoot, I already know how my video looks like. I'm just coming to just recreate what I have in my head. That way, like even when you see me, I play a lot on set. And when you see me, I play, you're like, this was my dear. I have my short list. I have everything done. But like the song, if the song is not great, like it makes me slow. There's nothing to think about. And I have a problem with some artists. Like their songs do not just connect. At the beginning of the first verse, you're singing about how maybe you love God. The next chorus is babes and booty. I was like, I don't understand. Thank you. Like, it's babes and booty. Then the other one, you're talking about like maybe your parents and your enemies. And I'm like, how do you want me to connect all these things together? I feel like artists, they just sing like from maybe I don't know who advises them. Oh, that line will make sense. Just add them. Everybody just listens and they just add. And at the end of the day, it's a headache. It's a headache for me because like you are singing about Jesus, you are singing about Buddhi, you are singing about.
Shayo.
I don't understand. How do I mix everything together? It's always a problem. So please, this is a call to everybody. Please, I beg.
So let me ask you this question here. What you just said now begs this question. Have you ever rejected or said no to a job because of the song?
Okay, so I did not reject. I actually did the job, and I think I regret it still now.
So there's no song that there's no job that you've rejected because of the song?
My dear, at the end of the day, that's where creativity comes in.
So I take it that so from what you said, if the song is not giving you ideas, or it's not your vibe, or it's not just
I've done
you
it.
take it as a challenge. Do you take it as a challenge?
Some I take it as a challenge because sometimes I've gotten to understand while in this business, I've gotten to understand that some songs that I'm not even feeling, at the end of the day, it comes out and
it's a hit.
It's not a hit, please. With the proper promotion,
It becomes a hit.
It becomes a hit. With the proper promotion, it becomes a hit. And, everybody's vibing to it. And that's cool. I'm like, okay, you know what? Sometimes some songs don't need to sound so good. But at the end of the day, people promote it so well. And, they actually hack it. Because Nigerians, we're very gullible. There's sometimes you can just do some things and maybe I'm sorry. There's some things that are going on and everybody just likes it, which is cool.
So it's like a bandwagon effect.
Yeah, do you understand? But at the end of the day, if the song is a no, more, I will chase you with prize, though. But if you end up paying the price,
Yeah, that's problem for you.
I will take it as a challenge. That's what I take it as a challenge.
Hi guys, for a chance to be on set with Director Pink, scan the QR code on the screen. Courtesy Leadway. So in this question I've asked you guys, nobody has said, oh, the first thing that you look at, most important things you look out for is money as well.
Ah,
Nobody call money.
well,
Are you guys trying to form here?
no, no, no,
Like,
no, 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 no. If the song, see, trust me. Like, if your song is sweet, trust me. Like, even the lowest budget, I would do it, because I can even come to you and be like, if you don't have the like accurate budget to shoot it, because I have some gears, I would come to you and be like, okay, we can talk about some splits. You know, that's business. Trust me. But if the song is not great, like money is important, yeah. There are people that I know that, okay, you can afford it. But I'm a very understanding director. I know that I understand how, it goes with distribution companies. I understand everything. Sometimes some things can be very, like, there are so many artists right now that are in debt, not because of, but because they've taken so much money for their song because they believe in their song. And then they just say the song doesn't even go anywhere. And the people owing 100 million, 50 million, so many millions, 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 millions. And there's some people, artists, that they don't want to go through that. Do you understand? And I mean, if the song is good, fine. I believe in you. I believe in your career. I believe in your hustle, my guy. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. This is gonna be how much I'm gonna take if the song, pops, and we have a partnership. It's not every time. Business is not really about money. Some amount of money you get is in the long term. It doesn't have to be the short term. That's what makes you.
Yeah.
That's what makes you stay longer in
Yeah.
business.
see, you guys, gems. She's dropping gems, man. She's dropping. There's value in equity. She's dropping gems, serious
They-
gems. Okay, so what up? So obviously, people are trying to get into the game. There are girls out there who are trying to get into the game. There are guys out there trying to get into the game. So what advice can you give to them as somebody who's done this? You have a story, you have a journey, right? Things that you've done, choices that you've made that have led you to this point, right? So what advice can you give to people who are trying to get into this business, who want to succeed?
Okay, so first thing I have noticed is a lot of ladies have, joined this whole cinematography thing because of me, and that is really amazing to see. Like, I am so, you guys, stop. I am so, like, it's so overwhelming. I get a lot of DMs. Oh my God, I joined this because I saw you could do it. And, I don't need to look like a tomboy. That's one thing they always tell me. Like, I'm always against, like, please, I beg, don't dress Raz. What's that? Like,
Your femininity
please,
because
look good.
you're trying to chase men.
Because you
Don't
want
do
to
that. Be
create,
yourself.
what to create. I beg, please, dead it. So, like, I'm one of the people, like, I want to look good every time on set. And, I really don't, like, my femininity is there. That's what makes me stand out. Like, oh, this
Yeah.
is a lady. When you see me, I am a lady. Like,
Yeah.
don't forget that you're a woman. Don't. I have a lot of creatives. They just forget, and then at the end they look like something else. Like, I don't understand. Like, some people do. I have some girls that they do dreads because they just want diamond and stuff, not because it's their thing. At the end of the day, people start tagging you as buy things like that, which is I don't have anything against that, but yeah. So my advice is, as a lady in film, you're trying to get into it or you're already into it. First thing you have to do is put your feelings aside. Be dead inside, because a lot of people will come for that, and we're women, we get to, like, we get agitated every time, like, I don't like how the man was talking to me. Please keep it. A lot of people, if they like them insult you, you know your end goal, you know what you're chasing, have, like, okay, this is what I want to be. You can't be doing the right things and get the wrong results. Like, we're all human beings, we all have the same brain. Another thing I'll tell you is, don't limit yourself. Like, the fact that you already think that I'm a woman, you're already differentiating yourself, is already limiting already, because you're like, I'm a woman in this thing, I can't do it. Like, or I'm a woman, there's so many men in it. Like, it comes from your mind. If you think like, oh, yo, I can do this thing. I have the same brain. I can think. The brain that God gave us, he did not differentiate it as per, okay, oh, this is a man's brain and this is a woman's brain. Whatever, we have so many women doing amazing things. Take those women as your, as your role models. Look forward to them. Look at them like, yo, I want to do what these women are doing. Another thing I'll also tell you is, as much as you're women, for one thing I noticed about women in cinematography in every aspect is we pay so much attention to details, and that's what takes us up, because people are like, oh, how did you think about that? It's in our instincts. So you know what, use your instincts as a woman to boost yourself or boost your career up. Another thing I would also tell you is, always make sure that you give enough efforts. Like if a man is given 100, I always say give 1,000, give 1,000,000. People would always notice. It's not, at the end of the day, your work will speak for itself. Nobody would know. People till today, they think Pink is a man. And I'm like, why do you think Pink is a man? Like I put Pink because I want to get to know a woman. Pink, and that's good, because they're like, no, it can't be a woman doing this, and that's what I like. And another thing is, always be business inclined. Don't take business from creativity. If you are a creative, people would use you and use you. And the fact that you're a woman makes it worse, because they feel like, men always feel like they can always have you under their shoulders. Like, I can just take this woman, wrap her around, and she can do everything. She can do it for free. Some men will come to you. There are some men, they will come to you with love advances. Please, everybody should get out. Please, you're chasing what? You're chasing the bag, you're chasing the career, you're chasing, you know what you're chasing, please. So always be business inclined. Use your women. If you're beautiful, if you're hot, use it and you get what you want. I don't say sleep on it, like, use it to get the bag.
Halima,
Yeah.
so you've not been in the game for long, right? But obviously you have had a journey.
Yeah.
Right? And there are things that you've learned, right? And there are some things that you wish you knew earlier. So drop some gems for us. Share your story. Tell a younger version of you. Advise her.
A younger version of me was really stupid and naive.
So advise her.
Okay, I would say the first thing actually is talk to people that are already in the business. Talk to people that have been doing this for a long time. I think one of the major person that really sparked up the interest for filmmaking for me was Oluwa the Best. Oh. And that was when I reached out to him. And it's so wild, because I reached out to him on Instagram that I would love to be on one of his sets. I think that was when he was shooting a Pocket ad and this 5 commercials in 5 days, I think. And then I reached out to him, and then he was like, oh, you can come around. I'd never been on a professional set before, but that was for me like the break. And then I saw people carrying heavy equipment. I saw a different kind of camera that was different from our usual Canon and Sony. And to me, I was like, oh, this thing is actually like bigger than I had experienced in classes and all. So I think is talk to people. I mean, like, Instagram is a very powerful tool for me. I use it real good. Talk to people, ask questions. Do not be ever scared to. I mean, like, it's just a no. Like, literally, I'm saying this to myself too right now.
That's the point.
Like, it's just a no, though, but we have to move on. Because, I mean, there was not just everybody that said, oh, yes, you could come to my set and that kind of a thing. But I got a yes, actually. And then it changed everything for me. I mean, it was that yes that actually changed my filmmaking career life. And one other thing is, do not be in a hurry to blow. So I would say like that. Do not be in a hurry to want to be out there. I mean, take time to really learn the skill. Take time. The best would usually say, take time to learn the basics. Take time to learn the simple framing, the simple composition, the simple 50mm lens, why you need to use your 35mm lens. Take time to learn all those things, because if you get a breakthrough, what am I saying in English? If you get a breakthrough and maybe it's just maybe from one of your things, and then you're unable to retain it, it's a big problem.
It's a big problem, yeah.
Because you have to be able to retain it. So, and then in the process of retaining it is where you actually learn the basics and you know that you've given a lot time to this skill to be learned. And the last one that I would mention is make sure that you're offering value. When I reached out to Mr. Movies that I wanted to be on the set, I made sure that I was going to offer him value too. That was the fact that I had to run a free BTS for him. And he liked the BTS. till now, that's like what I do for him. I still run BTS by the side for him. Just to make sure that you're not just going there to, oh, I want to do this, give me this, but you're not going to offer value. That's a lie. People like it when you can offer them value.
Yeah, of course.
People don't just want, I don't just want to waste my time, waste my resources on this, waste my, waste is in quotes though, but then people like it when you can offer value. So make sure that you're going to offer value anywhere.
Yeah.
Be audacious. Yeah.
Guys, you've heard it from the ladies here. You guys still have a lot to deal with in the industry that's especially male dominated.
Yeah.
Yes, so women out there, a lot of women are doing it and they're killing it. Director Pink says, embrace your femininity, be good at what you do, offer value. She says, Halima says, be audacious, be very audacious, be consistent. My name is Iluzanam and this has been Level Up by Leadway.